Welcome to the February call. We're really excited to be here today. We've got a jam-packed agenda, so we're just going to dive right in. A couple of quick updates from the West Virginia entrepreneurship ecosystem. We have two active solicitations out right now. One is a request for information for our 2027 Bridging Innovation Week host site. I know it seems crazy because we have some announcements about 2026, but we like to announce that at Bridging Innovation Week. So if you are interested in hosting, we'd love to have you. And then a new RFP that's launching today is for photography and videography services for Bridging Innovation Week. We have had wonderful partnerships with folks across the last several Bridging Innovation Weeks, and we appreciate the folks at Commerce Communications so much. And we like to complement what they do with additional photography and videography services. So that is open. Both of those are open until March 15th. And then just a little plug for those of you that don't know, I also co-chair National Entrepreneurship Week. We're pushing a pause on our live programming this year because it's usually heavily federal and there's a lot of moving parts at the federal level. But we would love for you all to join us in our social outreach next week to talk a little bit about how you support entrepreneurs and get engaged with the larger entrepreneurship ecosystem at the national level. So putting in some information there and would love to have you all join us. Tara, I'm going to throw it over to you.
All right, perfect. Bridging Innovation Week is now live. I think Amber is going to drop some information into the chat. So, just so you know, you can now register for all events during Bridging Innovation Week on one streamlined page. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, but I also want to make a note that sponsors, speakers, and exhibitors, your codes will be coming soon. So, wait for those codes to make sure you register for Bridging Innovation Week. Okay, so let me hide my panel here. So if you get onto the entrepreneurship ecosystem website and you hit Bridging Innovation Week, you will be now sent to the registration page. Side note, this is not me. This is Taryn Quinlan. So anyone people always ask me like why my face is all over everything. This is Taryn, not me. But you can now go ahead and check out who will be speaking during Bridging Innovation Week. And Amber did a great job in the agenda. It's broken down by day. So today I will be talking about Monday's agenda for Bridging Innovation Week. So this will be April 27th. We'll have, and of course, you can pick any of these things to register for individually. But on Monday, April 27th, we will start the day with the WVU Innovation Entrepreneurship Ecosystem Tour. So you can click on all of these links and read all about it. Basically, for the tour, you'll be starting at the W Innovation Corporation. You'll get to see the Office of Innovation and Commercialization, the tenants that are there. We'll take a bus if you'd like to get on the bus, Gus, and we'll be heading over to Evansdale. We'll be checking out the Launch Lab, the Morcell Hayhurst Launch Lab, the Media Innovation Center, Lane Innovation Center, and Ag Sciences. After that, we will be heading downtown to Main Street for the Main Street Morgantown Opportunity Tour. At the same time, we'll have AWS, Amazon Web Services. They'll have a pitch competition going on at the waterfront, the Marriott Waterfront Place Hotel. And then that evening, if you can't get into the evening, we will have the Bridging Innovation welcome reception at the John Chambers College of Business and Economics. So we've got lots of really fun stuff going on during Bridging Innovation Week. So that was just a sneak peek of Monday. So make sure to register for Bridging Innovation Week. Over to you, to Amber.
Perfect. Thank you. And we do have Secretary Warner joining us. So we have some landmark legislation we are excited to announce, and I'll throw it over to you, Secretary Warner. Thank you.
Hey, I'm really excited to join you, and I want to thank Tara and Amber for your leadership and allowing me a couple of minutes here today to join the ecosystem Zoom call. I'm proud to announce that due in great part to the success of the entrepreneurship ecosystem and the partnerships coordinated through and involving many of the people on this conference call, the legislation to create the West Virginia Office of Entrepreneurship has been introduced in the West Virginia Senate and the House of Delegates this week. The Senate bill is 878. Lead sponsor is our Senator and Majority Whip Ben Queen. And in the House of Delegates, it's House Bill 5200. And the lead sponsor is Chairman Gary Howell of the Committee on Economic Development. Right now, both of these bills are identical. It's important to me to be on this call with you all today to announce here first that this legislation is a top priority for me and the West Virginia Secretary of State's office. This initiative has been a bipartisan support in both the Senate and the House of Delegates. So, the Office of Entrepreneurship is needed to make it easier for small businesses and entrepreneurs to navigate government rules and regulations. Small businesses and entrepreneurs often don't know where to turn or who to turn to for questions. And usually they turn to us and we point them in the right direction. It's time we lean in on our informal activities and stand up a formal entity so our helpful services last beyond the current staff and this administration. At least 7 other states have an Office of Entrepreneurship, and under that name or a similar name with a similar mission. According to national reporting, the following states have established similar state-level offices or entrepreneurship leaders. So we've got Colorado, Kansas, Michigan, Missouri. Nevada was the first state to enact a Right to Start Act in 2023, and they created an Office of Entrepreneurship in the Governor's Office of Economic Development. We have New Mexico, and Indiana is poised to create one through new executive leadership. We're reassuring our legislators here that this is a complementary mission, not duplicative with other governmental services. The Secretary of State's office communicates with every new business and entrepreneur in the state, and again, every year for annual report filing. The EDA and Commerce and others only interact with small businesses and entrepreneurs when they're sought out specifically. So to wrap up, I want to provide you with our mission statement of the West Virginia Office of Entrepreneurship. And that is creating a West Virginia Office of Entrepreneurship with the Secretary of State's office is a strategic, efficient, and nationally aligned initiative that will strengthen the state's entrepreneurial ecosystem, streamline support for new businesses, and avoid duplication by acting as the central coordinating hub for all entrepreneurship-related services in the state. Thank you all very much for having me today.
Thank you, Secretary Warner. We are so excited to see this legislation move forward, and we appreciate you being an absolute champion for entrepreneurs in the state of West Virginia. Thank you.
Finally getting it done. Thank you.
All right. So next we're going to turn it over to Biddy. What is going on with Quality Insights ThinkSpace Incubator?
Hi, everyone. I'm Biddy with Quality Insights and ThinkSpace. At Quality Insights, our mission is simple: to improve health. That's the lens we bring into this work. We come from healthcare operations, how care actually functions day to day, not traditional startup acceleration. Over the past year, we've been stepping into the startup community with a learning mindset, asking, how can we use our healthcare experience to help startups succeed and build something sustainable in the process? We don't have all the answers yet, but we're committed to contributing thoughtfully and building real partnerships. Before I talk about programs or partnerships, I want to share where we're coming from. At Quality Insights, our mission is simple: to improve health, not just healthcare systems, but the health of people and communities. That's the lens we bring into the startup ecosystem. We entered this space not as startup experts, but as healthcare operators. We understand workflow strains, staffing limits, and system realities that innovation eventually run into. That perspective shapes how we think about supporting founders, from realism first. One thing we became confident about quickly is that founders need strong support structures around them. That's why Quality Insights made a $1.2 million gift to the Marshall University Eye Center to strengthen programming and consistency for the founders in West Virginia. This supports programs with Generator like G Beta and G Alpha, which create structured pathways for startups to grow here instead of leaving the state. Strong support for founders doesn't happen by accident. It takes consistent investment and partnership. G Beta helps early startups build traction and structure. G Alpha supports founders still shaping ideas. Together, they support founders at different stages. As we've gotten closer to this work, we've been clarifying where ThinkSpace can add value. We want to be transparent. We're not exploring startup work for the sake of innovation. We're exploring it because better designed solutions can ultimately improve health outcomes. Long term, we'd love to help connect startups to healthcare pilots, but we're early in building those channels, and we don't want to overpromise access or relationships. So instead of waiting until everything's built, we're starting with the strengths we already have. We're developing structured readiness and evaluation approaches, understanding operational fit, pressure testing assumptions, structuring pilots when readiness aligns. When startups are better prepared, healthcare organizations can adopt solutions that actually work. And that's where innovation starts to translate into improved health. This lets us support startups responsibly while building ecosystem relationships. And this is where we'd really like to work alongside all of you. Our ask is connection and learning. If you work with healthcare startups, we'd love to talk early. If you've built startup to healthcare pathways, we want to learn from you. We're shaping ThinkSpace based on real needs, not assumptions. We're building this with the intention, and we welcome conversations with those who want to shape it with us. Thank you all for your time, and I'll drop my contact in the chat.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And what a powerful example of partnership and opportunity to grow within a specific sector in the state. So please reach out to Quality Insights if you would like to partner on that. We'd love to see that collaboration continue as it gets built out. So thank you. Okay, we've got Focus Forward coming up. Donna, you want to tell us a little bit about it? Oh, you need to unmute real quick.
Okay, there we go. All right, appreciate the time to speak to all of you. I think I know most of you, and you've been at Focus Forward before, but I want to tell you about the 8th version of Focus Forward. It will be Wednesday, April 1st at the Morgantown Marriott. And this is our annual conference that selects one important issue that will shape the future and why it matters to the economy, education, and workforce of West Virginia and beyond. And each year we try to build upon the previous years. So those of you that were with us the first year, we had sort of a similar, unbelievably that we were thinking about it with AI. But this year it's called Focus Forward Mind and Machines. And we're trying to tackle the really hard questions of today's technology era. Things like, how are rapid advancements rewiring our brains, shaping our personal growth, and, altering in a good and bad way child development? How is society evolving from daily interaction to education and workforce to public policy, cybersecurity, and privacy? And each year we always have top line leaders, and this year is no exception. Right now, and I think we're going to talk again in March, we'll have more to announce, but right now some of our speakers include Sal Khan, which many of you know, he kind of started this revolution in education online with the Khan Academy. We have Shelley Moore Capito, Michael Benson, Brady Smith, Jim DeClaudio of the Energy Innovation Center, Ilya Norbosch of CMU, and Kevin Fields of Toyota North America. Along with our sponsor, Jen Giovanetti will be a featured speaker. So we're addressing all this technology, how it's evolving with education, human development, workforce, healthcare, privacy, and policy. So we're excited to see you there. It's all free. We hope that we will see each and every one of you. We're used to having 500 and beyond, so hopefully this year we'll top that. So thanks for the chance to talk about it.
Perfect. Thank you, Donna. We always love attending Focus Forward, so looking forward to it in April.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, Jess Richards, tell us how we can support some young entrepreneurs in the state of West Virginia through the Girl Scouts initiative.
Let's see here. There you go. Hopefully you can see my screen. Hi, friends. I'm Jess Richards. I'm the Girl Scouts of Black Diamond Council Chief Operating Officer. And as I hope you have heard, we've got a lot of Girl Scouts, thousands in fact, in our West Virginia communities running the largest girl-led entrepreneurship program in the world. Girls set goals, they build a budget, they manage inventory, they practice customer service, and they make decisions about profit. They learn how to handle rejection, how to pitch a product, how to track money, and how to work as part of a team. Girls are learning the same skills that you and I use to run our businesses every single day. But we need your help. We need your help to continue educating these young ladies and inspiring future workforce and entrepreneurs. Our girls need mentors. They also really need more safe spaces to hold Girl Scout cookie booth sales. When you host a troop at your business, you're not just inviting them to make a profit on their cookies, you're allowing them that chance to observe real world entrepreneurship. They get to see how businesses operate, how customers are engaged, how branding works, and how community relationships are built. And all of this can be really transformational for these young, aspiring business owners. So for anybody running fully digital businesses, we really need those folks too. The future is digital. So you have the skills that they need to learn, such as how to run social media marketing campaigns and how to develop digital business analytics. And I know everybody's incredibly busy. I want to respect that and just know that 2 to 4 hours of connection can be really life-changing for a young lady who's an aspiring entrepreneur. And this is a low lift, really high impact membership or mentorship opportunity with minimal time investment. So we'd love to connect our Girl Scouts with as many entrepreneurs as possible. So if you or somebody else that you know might be interested, email us. I'll drop that information in the link or in the chat as well. But email us and we'll get you connected with a local troop. So thank you in advance.
Perfect. Thanks, Jess. I bought 4 boxes of cookies over the weekend.
What's your favorite?
Tag-alongs. I'm a tag-along girly myself. Everyone weigh in. What's your favorite Girl Scout cookie? Put it in the chat. But I will say, Tara just texted me, Bridging Innovation Week, so maybe we could talk about getting some Girl Scouts to sell cookies. It'll be a nice snack for the Impact Workshop. So great. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have Jessica Ice here to talk about PCAP's upcoming webinar.
Great. Thanks, Amber. And thanks everybody for giving me a moment to speak with you. Like she said, I'm Jessie Ice. I'm with PCAP, our business support services. So we, for those of you who may not know, we work alongside small businesses and entrepreneurs to strengthen their business foundation, support long-term growth, and we do that through technical assistance over at Business Support Services. So I am here today to invite everyone and also to ask you to share this invite with anybody you think might be interested to a free webinar that we're having that is being supported by the Appalachian Community Capital. This is part 2 of our Small Business and Entrepreneurs Financial Success Series. It is taking place online Thursday, March 5th at 6 p.m. It is free. This session is going to be focused on a practical look at financial reports and how we use them as decision-making tools. So, we'll cover the P&L statements, the cash flow statements, the balance sheets, and not just at that surface level, but really in terms of how they can inform strategy, how they can highlight risk, and how they can support planning and growth. It's designed for business owners who want to use their financial data more intentionally. So that could be refining budgets. It could be strengthening projections. It could be positioning their business for future funding. And I will note that this is a standalone session. I know I called it part 2. So part 1's not required, but for those who would like it, part 1, we called Start Managing Your Business Finances. That's going to be available for free of charge also on our website. It's not currently there yet. It will be in the future. But if you are interested in seeing that before it gets to our site, you can email us directly to request access to that. And we are looking forward to sharing tools that can be applied immediately for business owners. So I will share the registration link in the chat. I will share the email for myself, Liberty Newberry as well. She's in charge of this program. And I hope everybody will join us on March 5th. And I look forward to also speaking next week. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Jessie. We appreciate that. If you'll drop the information in the chat is on fire right now with cookie talk. So this is the perfect time to drop your information in. All right. So next up, Mark Meredith. I heard that there is a new Verizon platform available to West Virginia entrepreneurs. What's up with that?
Mark, are you starting it or is Meredith starting it?
It's Meredith.
Hi, okay. I see you featured, Mark. So,
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know. I got a notice and on my thing, but go ahead. You've got
okay.
you've got this.
Hello, everyone. Can you see my screen? Loading.
It's loading.
Great.
there
There we
it
go.
is.
Okay. Good morning. Thank you for having me. My name is Meredith. I'm currently working with Mark and the SBDC team across the state on an exciting partnership that I think you'll hear a little bit more about, but I'm here to tell you specifically about this grant opportunity. So if you have never heard of Verizon Digital Ready, it's a platform that offers free resources for entrepreneurs in the form of classes and one-on-one sort of technical assistance sessions. But a few times a year, Verizon offers this national grant opportunity. Well, just last week, they actually launched this specific grant opportunity for West Virginia businesses. So from now through March 31st, any business owner in West Virginia can apply to potentially win one of 25 $5,000 grants. It's really easy to apply. You just have to register on the platform, and we'll be dropping links after this, which means create your own unique username and password, complete one course. A course could be a 10-minute video. Once you complete that course, you navigate over to the grants page here, where you find out more information, and the application will open for you, and you can apply. Again, this application just opened last week. There will be 25 awards made. The application closes on March 31st. Usually, winners are announced 6 to 8 weeks after applications close. So, a relatively short turnaround time. And I encourage everyone to spread the word and take advantage of this. This is a great opportunity. The good news is, even after this West Virginia specific opportunity closes on March 31st, starting in April, there will be a national grant application open to anyone in the US. So really, West Virginia businesses will have the opportunity to apply for a grant across this entire year through Digital Ready.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We will go ahead and get that in the follow-up. And I know we've had several folks reach out about grant opportunities, so it's great timing. Thank you. We're really excited about that. Okay, Alan, we have Morgantown startup sessions happening at the Launch Lab. Tell us about them.
Yeah, thank you so much, Amber. Some late breaking news that's really exciting as well. It is 56 degrees outside, folks. So if you haven't had a chance, after this is over, go outside and enjoy that. It's really nice. Thanks so much. My name is Alan Beavers. I'm the entrepreneurship coordinator here at West Virginia University's Morris L. Hayhurst Launch Lab. And we're excited to announce startup support sessions. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to pause for dramatic effect. And then I thought I was going to share my screen with what I already had prepped for you guys. So give me 1 second there. My apologies. Yeah, so we've got this poster here. So startup support sessions. This is the Launch Lab in coordination with the SBDC. So thank you, Mark. We really appreciate it. Making this happen. So startup support sessions are every Tuesday at 4 p.m. They're going to take the place of what we had previously, which were mini meetings. And it's really a two-part thing. It's open to anyone, any business in the ecosystem that's interested in any startup. We're happy to have you. The first part of that will be, and this is where we synergize real nice here. We'll be using for the first part Verizon's Small Business Digital Ready programming for the first half hour. And the second half hour, we're going to have a Ask Us Anything, open hours kind of thing. So if you come with questions or have things that you want to work on, we're happy to help you there. The other cool thing about this is in person and online. So you can come to the Launch Lab here at the Evansdale Crossing building in Morgantown on the Evansdale campus. The fourth floor of that, you'll see the Launch Lab. Or you can go ahead, and I'll put it in the chat, you can go ahead and register online and join us digitally as well. So this is a great opportunity for the Launch Lab and for the SBDC to work together. We're super excited about it. I can't wait to see all the entrepreneurs there, and it's awesome opportunity for us to work together. Amber or Tara, back to you.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Alan. We appreciate you taking the time. And if you are in the Morgantown area, we launched today here at the Launch Lab. So thank you so much, Alan. We're looking forward to those startup sessions. And we don't always set up an alley-oop, but I think we did a good one on that one, Amber, with the Verizon. All right. Next up, Heidi, can you tell us? I heard it's last call for the West Virginia Outdoor Economy Summit. True or false?
It's beyond last call. We are actually sold out. It happened. So yeah, hopefully you all can see my screen. Can you see it? Okay, great. I'm gonna take us on a little bit of a different adventure today. So get ready for this. Okay. So first of all, hi, I'm Heidi Pryor. I work with the Smith WVU Outdoor Economic Development Collaborative. That's really hard to say many times in a row. So we call ourselves the OEDC for short. But I want to kind of set you guys back to like think of your possibly grandparents, parents, grandparents, but think of West Virginia back in the 1930s to 1950s, right? Okay, and we all know the song "Lean on Me," written by Bill Smithers, right? So that's where we're going with this. Okay, we're thinking of, and we all know he wrote this song about his childhood, right? So this is what we want to talk about. We want to take a minute to talk about why the West Virginia Outdoor Economy Summit matters. This isn't just an event, but it's part of a much bigger picture. Bill Withers once said, "Lean on Me" could never be written by someone from a big city. He was talking about growing up in Slab Fork, West Virginia, a place where neighbors didn't just borrow sugar, they borrowed help, dignity, and an extra set of hands. The outdoors was not a luxury. It was a path to work. It was a way to get to church, a way to see their family. And Lean on Me wasn't written about friendship. It was about shared survival. Today, a lot of people in West Virginia are carrying invisible loads. People who've been here their whole lives are asking, what's my role in this economy that's changed? And people who moved here 2 or 20 years ago, like me, are still wondering, do I really belong? This is why the Outdoor Economy Summit matters. And this is why it's sold out. Okay. Not because of hype. This is because people understand that quality of life is no longer a side benefit. It's a true economic strategy for West Virginia. At the Smith WVU OEDC, our role is simple. We're just trying to connect the people. We're trying to get the business owners, the communities, the sponsors, the partners, all working toward places that people want to stay in, build in, and invest in. We're always looking for collaborations. We're looking for partners to do this work, and we're looking ahead for sponsors for next year, supporters for future events, for webinars, all of it. We're here to help. We're here to collaborate. That's really all I'll say. So thanks everybody for helping make us sell out. And yeah, look forward to next year. Thank you.
Heidi, thank you. You should have come with an emotional warning, I think, today. So thank you for that. Really excited and looking forward to the Outdoor Economy Summit next week. So that'll be awesome. All right, Matt, tug at my heartstrings. What's going on with the locals launch pad, please?
Yes. Let me share my screen really quickly. Let's see here. Can folks see that?
Yes.
Awesome. So I just had to look up where Slab Fork is. That's a small little town. I did not know that connection there. But another local event that a number of us are planning, and I am incredibly excited about, is the Locals Launchpad. Charleston, March 12th in the evening. University of Charleston was kind enough to let us use their downtown innovation hub. And it will be a pitch for connection event with 3 local startups from the Charleston ecosystem. So Everraise with Jesse, Memoir with Shima, and then Rhetoric with Luke Yingling, if you guys have met them. The goal for that event is twofold. First, provide an awesome platform for some awesome startups that are growing and burgeoning and just absolutely killing it. At the same time, give a forum for the local community to engage with them and understand how does a local community, how do business leaders, thought leaders, stakeholders from the Charleston ecosystem ultimately help support and fuel these awesome companies as they look to take over their spaces. So I strongly encourage you to attend. It is free. It is going to be a ball of a time, 2 hours, and I will be there. I know a number of the folks on this call will be there, and I will put the link to register below.
Perfect. Thanks, Matt. We're looking forward to checking that out on Thursday, right before Tech Connects Women in Tech event. All right. Next up, we have Marjorie. What's going on with Advantage Valley Succession Planning Video Series? Mouthful full, but I got it.
Hey, well, thank you very much. My name, as she said, Marjorie Cook. I'm Director of Marketing and Communications with Advantage Valley. And I really appreciate the time to be here. Normally, Advantage Valley is talking about our Faster West Virginia program. And of course, much of Advantage Valley's work is in the entrepreneurship space. But we also do a lot of other types of work. We work in business attraction and business retention. And as everyone on this call knows, every business has a life cycle. It has a start, a middle, and an end. And our purpose in bringing succession planning to your attention today is because in our work in business retention, we kept finding a gap in town. We had manufacturers asking us about succession planning. We had our business retention reps. We have them in Kanawha County, Cabell County, and Putnam County, and they kept hearing about people's questions about succession planning. And one of the harder things about this notion is that any business that is eager to discuss or learn about options for their future, they are not eager to promote that widely. So confidentiality was part of our purposes, and we established a committee of about 10 folks. We have bankers, capital investors, business owners, ESOP experts, and some resource professionals. And we came up with several resources. And in particular, we started with a web page with a succession plan checklist that is downloadable, very simple start. But we also, more importantly, launched a video campaign series. We have real business owners that are talking about their experiences. We have 5 different videos, and I'm going to scroll through here and I'm going to drop the link. But we have gosh, my picture is over the name. Yeah, Prey Construction Company sat down Mark Grigsby and Tina McPhail talking about a management buyout. We have 2 examples of private equity buyout. We have Adam Crayson with ZMM Architects. We have Doug Ritchie with SDR Star Plastics. And we are just introducing the videos, but they are 30-minute long videos, and you can hear in their own words the things they wish they had known, different experiences with the different kinds of transition. And the thing that they kept referring to again and again is start early. So as you all work with businesses, it's never too early to think about what is the next step. So again, we encourage you to check out this video resource. We have been slow dripping it out on social media. We are sharing it with associations and encourage you to share this resource as well. I'll drop the info in the chat.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I know we've had a lot of conversations around this topic, so what a great resource, and encourage everyone to check that out. All right, Denise, I'm on the FBLA board, and I know we've got an opportunity coming up. So Denise, you want to talk to us about what opportunities there are to volunteer with West Virginia Future Business Leaders of America?
Yes, I'd love to. We have our upcoming conference. It's going to be in Huntington on March 23rd and 24th. We're looking for judges for March 23rd. It is for Future Business Leaders of America, which is a local, state, national organization that prepares students for the world of business or leadership roles. There's 3 divisions. There's collegiate, high school, middle school. I work with the middle school, high school group. And within that, we currently have 758 high school students and 51 active chapters across the state. And we have 3 active middle schools with 32 members being active. And when they come to compete in March, the high school has 76 different business competitions, and the middle school has 32 different business competition. Some of them are role play, production, presentation, where they have to present some type of concept, or just an objective test. So there's different ranges and ways that they actually compete. It's being held at the DoubleTree Hilton in Huntington, and I will put the link to sign up to be a judge if you're interested, or do a workshop, because we also would like for people to do workshop. But I also will let you know, my husband was a grocery store manager for years and years, and he retired. So when he retired, I recruited him to be a judge, and he frequently hired young people. But when he went to FBLA, on more than one occasion, I've heard him tell different people he couldn't believe the students that he saw, and it really gave him hope for the future, because he said these were top-notch students who were going places, and he felt privileged to be able to help them and judge them. So just as testimony for my husband there really quickly. But we would love to have any and all of you.
That's great. Thanks, Denise, for sharing the opportunity. FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America, is a great program. So thanks so much for your leadership in that department. Okay, next, Women in Tech. It's coming up on Friday. Amber, can you tell us any details?
Yes, Ariana is a little bit under the weather, so I'm just going to do a quick plug that this is last call for Women in Tech tickets on Friday in Huntington at the DoubleTree. It's perfect. We've timed that up really well. So it's got a really engaging program this year. It's open to not just women. Anybody that supports women entrepreneurship and technology and innovation are welcome to attend, and we would love to have you join us. And I will say that if you all remember, there was a young student, I think back in July, if you've been on these calls for a while, that came in and asked for support for FBLA to go to nationals. And she is now the president. So if you all remember her coming on and pitching, she's now the president of FBLA, and they've done a rock star job. So just a cute little, I make note of that as I talk about that. So I'll put the Women in Tech registration in here, and we will hope to see you all on Friday. Okay, Trisha, we've got we need somebody to work with.
We do. So, hi, everybody. Good to see you. So as Biddy shared earlier, Quality Insights has so graciously made a $1.2 million donation to Marshall's Eye Center to continue and expand our accelerator programming with Generator. So this generous support will allow us to run 2 G beta cohorts per year and add 1 G alpha cohort per year. And more to come on that in the coming months. But just thank you from the bottom of our hearts to Quality Insights and to Generator for this partnership. And as part of this exciting news, we have another announcement. So I will turn it over to Linda Jeans from Generator to share that with you all. And if we have a door prize option, Linda is joining us all the way from Alaska today. So I think she's like the furthest, not traveled, but most remote.
We're going to start adding. That'll be a new
Linda,
prize.
I will turn it over to you.
We'll add
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Trisha. Thanks, everybody, for having me on the call. My name is Linda Janes. I'm a managing director at Generator, and I have a quick announcement for you guys. So we are hiring a program manager for the G Beta and G Alpha at Marshall's Eye Center Startup Accelerator program, based in or willing to relocate to the Huntington area. And here's my take about this. I believe that there's opportunity everywhere. Sorry, there's talent everywhere, but opportunity is not. And honestly, this is what we saw in West Virginia by running the last accelerator program, our pilot program last summer. There's talent in every corner of the state. And specifically, this role is about finding the talent, backing it, and connecting it to customers, mentors, and capital. So key elements for this role are the PM will recruit and select founders for 3 cohorts per year. They will run startup programs end to end, coach startups, and be a connector for the entire West Virginia startup ecosystem, essentially from students to researchers to operators and first-time founders. So the quick ask for you is, if you know somebody who's organized, relationship-driven, scrappy, and believes that genius lives everywhere, please send them our way. The job description is a little bit lengthy, but the application is short. So, and I've been a generator for almost 5 years, you guys. And what I'll say is that this person will be surrounded by driven, collaborative, and fun teammates. And they get to work with Maddie and Trisha. So, thanks so much for having me. We'll drop everything in the chat. Job description. I'll put my LinkedIn. We'd love to connect with all of you. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Trisha. We're looking forward to watching the G-Beta team grow. Okay, Devin, what's going on with Coalfield? I heard that there is a Beyond the Red Tape government, building government partnerships for a strong workforce. What does that mean?
Hi, thanks, Tara. Let me share my screen here. So I'm filling in for Josiah Hanna. I'll give some quick context about Coalfield Development. We're a nonprofit based here in Huntington, West Virginia. We do a lot of workforce development training for people facing barriers to employment. So that's folks coming out of recovery, folks who have been previously justice involved, folks that just live in rural areas and don't have access to a lot of opportunities. We define barriers very broadly. In addition to the workforce development training we do, we also partner. So that focus is in the southern portion of the state. That's our direct service area. We work with other partners throughout West Virginia and throughout Central Appalachia who are replicating our workforce training model and doing the same thing in just different pockets of Appalachia. So queuing all that up to say, February 24th to the 26th, we are co-hosting this conference with a funder, REDF and Appalachian Growth Fund. So they really love the work we do, and they really like the way that we've leveraged a lot of government partnerships that we've built with key stakeholders like SNAP ENT, WIOA, HRDF, Jobs and Hope, a lot of these different programs that some people may be familiar with, some may not be familiar with. They're big proponents of supporting social enterprise and other entrepreneurial developments. So this conference is sort of an idea to sort of like peel back the layers, shed some light on these different programs and what do they actually do? How is it beneficial for nonprofits? How is it beneficial for for-profits? And so we've invited a ton of nonprofits. These are usually the partners who are replicating our models to come here, and they're going to learn alongside everyone else about these different programs. And then for-profits in particular, which is why we're here to, sort of blast this out to people and say, if you're an employer and you're curious about leveraging some of these resources and investing in your workforce, then this is a great opportunity to learn about wage reimbursement funds, equipment reimbursement funds. We are maxed out right now with the nonprofits, but we do have openings for profits, and they're eager to get more employers in the room here to learn more about these programs and take advantage of them. Coalfield is sort of in a role where we're trying to build more relationships with employers to funnel people from our programs into. And I think this is just a really good opportunity to meet people from these programs, sort of shake hands, get to build those relationships, and hopefully be able to take advantage of these programs going forward to invest in your workforce. So thank you. Pass it back over to you all. So.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And we're really looking forward to being able to get some folks at that event. So thank you. All right, Mike Queen, it's time for the Secretary of State's Corner. I'm giving you 2 minutes.
Here we go. And I'm going to stay within that 2 minutes. It's always fun to be able to give the Secretary of State's report, the new business report from last month to this particular group of folks that really are probably responsible for most of these new businesses here. 1,838. That's the number of new businesses that registered in West Virginia to do business in West Virginia last month. 445 of those, we kind of broke it down a little bit this time. 445 of those are businesses that are headquartered in other states but want to do business in West Virginia. 445, that's an incredible number. 1,519 are LLCs. 264 of those were C corporations. And listen to this, 87 of those new businesses are nonprofits. So that too is an indication that we are open for business as it relates to nonprofits and charities working here in our system. And again, these numbers are all developed by Sarah Carey, who was on here a little bit ago. Her and her team at the West Virginia One Stop Business Center do a great job of putting this data together for us. We release it after this call each month, but you hear it here first. The number of businesses that are registered now with the Secretary of State's office in good standing in West Virginia, 429. Of the new businesses last month, 108 of those qualified for the Young Entrepreneur Waiver. 133 of them are certified veteran-owned businesses through the Boots to Business program. 133. I think that's an incredible number. We handled 4,004 calls in the One Stop Business Center with our office for last month, for our office in Charleston, here in Clarksburg, and over in Martinsburg. And one of the things we want to really encourage everybody on this call to do is take advantage of the new program that Secretary Warner put in place, which is the virtual office hours, the virtual opportunity to set up a time when entrepreneurs can call us, talk directly with a business and licensing specialist, and be able to set a time that's convenient for them. You know, a lot of second income entrepreneurs call us on their lunch or right after work. We'll stay after a little while. We'll set someone up, but please take advantage of the virtual office hours. We think that's a big service, and we're getting more and more people each month. And finally, just to remind everybody, for your events, your annual meetings, your trade shows, Secretary Warner has really made a commitment to get out and speak with chambers of commerce and development organizations, and really talk about the ecosystem. You heard about the new legislation for the Office of Entrepreneurship that Secretary Warner is leading. We're excited about that. Thanks for the extra time. I noticed you did stop a little bit and give me a few extra minutes.
That was fully an accident, Mike. So you just got the luck of the draw today.
So much good news happening here as it relates to business and licensing and entrepreneurship in the Secretary of State's office. We're excited to be part of this, and thank everybody for joining us today. I think got up to 108 participants, incredible number, and we're here to help this ecosystem be, and every member of it, by the way, be successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate that. And we appreciate you giving the numbers here first. And we appreciate all the collaboration. And we're going to head over to Department of Commerce. So Mark, can you give us an update on West Virginia Business Link and the Small Business Development Center?
Yeah, so I have to say first, when you said Mark Meredith, I thought, we've got somebody new on the call. Thing popped up on my thing, so I finally put two and two together. So I apologize for being a little slow. But we are coming to you live from Arlington, Virginia. We are at the ASBDC Leadership Summit. And so I took time out to be with you guys. I cannot miss this call each month. And we're really excited. I'm actually here with some of the Verizon executive leadership team and AWS and some of their partners to give you guys an update where we are with that. And we're excited to announce that we are now live with the Verizon Small Business Digital Ready. This is the link for you to get access to on-demand training for entrepreneurs. It's actually up live now. So Amber and Tara will definitely be giving you guys these links and this presentations for you to be able to share out with folks. But we're really excited to make this available to everyone in West Virginia. This is not just for SBDC clients. This is for everybody that wants to get connected to on-demand training that Verizon has. So here's how to register. Meredith talked about the grant. It's really important for folks to register using this link first to get on the training platform, because that's your key to become eligible for that $5,000 grant. So be sure to register for the training platform, take your one class, and then you'll be able to do that. So to dovetail on what Meredith talked about, there's 25 grants that are available. This is the unique code for that. So once you register for the training, be sure to complete that and then go to this apply now, and that will get you in the door for being available to get that grant. We also wanted to make sure you guys save the date. We've been putting on the final details, and we will be launching this in the next few weeks to where you can actually apply. We're excited to be part of Bridging Innovation on Monday, the 27th, from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Will be the AWS AI pitch competition, where you can get up to $50,000 of AWS services. So we'll be getting the landing page finalized to where folks can start applying for that pitch, and we're excited that Tech Connect is joining us with that, along with InClouds and Predictive, helping make this possible for folks here in the great state of West Virginia. So here's the registration link. Be sure to sign up. We'd love to hear your feedback, and thanks again for the time.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mark. I'm not seeing Michelle on right now, but I'll just give a quick plug for the Investor Collaborative. They meet every month to talk about opportunities for investment in different entrepreneurs across the state, and I'll go ahead and put their application portal in the chat for folks. That gets reviewed by everyone and then assigned out to the relevant funding opportunities. So if you are interested in investment and ready for that stage, or if you just kind of have some questions about what that looks like, I'll be sure to share that link with you all in the chat and in the follow-up email. Okay. Tara, you want to introduce our first entrepreneur?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Jacob, are you on to talk about Storefront AI?
Yep, I'm on. Can you hear me?
We got you.
All right. Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you. I'm Jacob Bertram. This is my first meeting I've attended, so I see a bunch of familiar faces and a bunch of unfamiliar faces. So nice to meet you. If I haven't met you yet. I live in Huntington, West Virginia. I'm a new founder, so I started my own business really in November last year. It's called Storefront, or Storefront AI, and it's a software platform that I'm currently building. So a little bit about my journey. I spent about 8 years working for a software company, and then in October last year, decided to start my own. So I've been working on that ever since. Still building the product today. Hopefully in 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be ready to onboard some of my first customers. But to give you an idea of what Storefront is, it's a software platform that's designed to help businesses win in AI shopping channels. So consumers are starting to use AI for some of their early shopping, comparing products and whatnot, through ChatGPT and Gemini and Perplexity, et cetera. So Storefront is a platform for businesses. So if you have a brand, it helps you kind of measure and control AI's perception of that brand within those channels. So that's what Storefront does. But yeah, my ask of today is really just to connect. So I'll drop my LinkedIn profile in the chat, but I'm really just here to connect as a fellow entrepreneur, to get to know the entrepreneurship ecosystem here. And so, yeah, if you don't mind, just give me a follow on LinkedIn. And if you're interested in what I'm doing, feel free to hit me up.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And I know that Tara just put in the chat, but our next update is that Ignite has its semifinalist round announced. So Tara, anything you want to say on that before we dive into the next piece?
Just want to say thank you to everyone that shared Ignite West Virginia. The round one entries were top-notch quality this year. I really appreciate everyone that took the time to judge and provide feedback. And it was really difficult. It always makes me sad because not everybody can move on to the next round, but I'm really proud of the semifinalists. They will be competing on Monday, and then we will announce the finalists that will be competing during Bridging Innovation Week. So thanks, Amber.
Awesome. Thank you. And we'll probably feature several of those folks over the next couple of months as well. So thank you very much. I think we do have Senator Queen on. Would you mind saying a couple of comments, being the one to introduce the Office of Entrepreneur? I don't want to put you on the spot if you are not able to, but we'd love to have you just say a quick hello, Ben, if you're available.
Hi, guys. Yeah, I very quickly, thanks. We're doing this because of those new entrepreneurs that just pitched. I just want to thank everybody on this phone call for all the success of this ecosystem. I think it's exactly why. Obviously, you know that I have someone in my own family who preaches this entrepreneurship to me each and every day. So he would be very disappointed in me if we did not get this across the finish line. I hate to make promises, but I feel very good at this. I feel very good that we can get this across the finish line. The reason we introduced this bill is because we have more people starting businesses today than ever before. It's because of groups like this that we're doing this bill. It's groups like this while we're trying to get more funding, not picking winners and losers. I'm not interested in cutting checks to businesses, but I am interested in making investments to groups. Sorry, Mark, I'm pointing you out. That's because I can see you. Making sure that groups like Mark's are properly funded and can connect the dots for entrepreneurs. I see Matt Hartzog on here, making sure that these investors are properly funded. This Office of Entrepreneurship is not a regulator; it's a navigator. The job is to remove friction for small businesses. The point is to remove red tape. We want West Virginia to be the best startup state that's possible. One startup can change a community. One startup can grow to several hundred jobs if we give them the right support and believe in them. And I think we have companies here who are scaling. We have entrepreneurs here who feel supported. So, at the end of the day, we just want my goal is to convince my colleagues here to support groups like what you guys are doing. You guys are knocking out of the park, and we want to continue to invest in small businesses here because it's a lot easier to small businesses here.
एक कंपनी ही पूरी कम्युनिटी चेंज कर सकती है
Everything
कम्युनिटी
and big businesses across the
एक
states.
कम्युनिटी के अंदर एक कंपनी आके बड़ी कर टाटा
Thanks for the time, Amber. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Senator Queen. We really appreciate you being an absolute champion of entrepreneurship. This is not new for you, so we appreciate you. And being an entrepreneur yourself, you understand the hardship. So thank you for your continued work in this area. All right, and finally, Advantage Valley. Brian, do you have any updates for us? The screen sharing has begun. There we go.
Brian, make sure you're unmuted if you're talking.
I know it's so good when you're muted.
There you go.
Yeah, thanks a lot. We have a virtual workshop coming up February 24th. Our good friend Marlo Long at Truist, which is one of our funding partners, is going to be hosting this for us. We're going to be talking about building and maintaining your credit. And this is very important for early stage entrepreneurs. We still run across people who don't realize that your personal credit is going to impact your business loan in a big way. So we hope people will take a few minutes or share this, folks on the call, if you know somebody that maybe is thinking about starting a business or early stages and they're going to need some funding to get this off the ground. This would be a great workshop for them to just understand a little bit more about what they need to do to prepare to do that. And we'll put a link in the chat. And if you have any questions, I'll put my email in there as well.
Perfect. Thank you. Wow. I need to go relax or something after that. That was a jam-packed meeting. Thank you all for joining us. I appreciate everyone. If you all want to get on upcoming, they're already filling up the slot. So if you all have things that you'd like to make sure get on upcoming agendas, please feel free to reach out to us. Tara, anything else? Take us home.
I agree with you. I'm tired, but we're going to head over to the startup sessions next. So the work doesn't stop. The hustle doesn't stop. Make sure to go register for Bridging Innovation Week. We're looking forward to seeing everyone in person in just a couple of months.
Thanks all. Take care.